How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. I've kind of been looking into refreshing my handlebar setup. I've always been kind of curious about the Oneup bars, and my homie Shadow actually bought them. He says he really likes them, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on them. I actually ended up using a coupon and it ended up costing me $127 shipped. So I'm pretty sure everybody knows about the Oneup bars. My understanding is that they're supposed to be stiff side to side, so like steering should still feel pretty snappy. And you know, back and forward, like in case you hit something dead on, it should be pretty hard. But they are complying up and down, so it should like help out a lot with the chunky sections and like hard landings. So just so you guys know, right now currently I'm using the 31.8 Renthal fat bars. They work really good. I just want to refresh it like I said before. So these bars are actually 800 millimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these down to 780s. That's just what I prefer. So I'm really curious to see if these are going to be better than my Renthal bars. So okay, so let's go ahead and cut these down and go from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut the bars. I'm going to go ahead and put an apron on, some gloves, and a mask. I don't want to breathe in these fibers or bring these fibers inside the house as well, since I have a baby at home. I actually don't have a guide to cut the bars, so I'm going to go ahead and use some old clamps from an old grip set that I had. I'm going to go sit and slide this on. The nice things about these bars are that they are marked. So I'm going to slide this over to the 780 mark. Looks about right there. I'll go ahead and tighten this down just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, you know, it's just it won't move. And I can use it as a guide. Get the other side. And then you want to get your saw. I actually have a fine tooth little handsaw that I've had forever, that I've cut many handlebars with. So I'm going to go ahead and set this down, bring this in as close as I can, so it can be a guide as well. Tighten that down a little bit. Take your time with it. Let me actually flip around, get a lot more comfortable. All right, sorry, I had to cut most of it off camera because camera's kind of in the way. Almost to the end of it. There it is. Okay, so now that we made the cut, we're going to go ahead and remove the clamp on, and you're going to have some rough edges. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but we're going to go ahead and clean that off with a little file that I have. Just a nice little cleanup, give you a nice clean cut. Okay, so that's a quick little tip how I cut my carbon bars. Hopefully that helps you guys out eventually. Here's a little closer look on the cut that I just did. Pretty sharp, cleaned. Okay, here we go. So this is the final product. Unfortunately, it got dark on me and then the kids wanted to play a little bit, but once they were all taken care of, I came out to the garage and finished the project. It looks really nice. I think the stem looks aggressive. I like the way the color almost matches my bike. The flat black bars looks really nice. The only issue that I have now is that I forgot that this spacer was a solid piece. And the problem with that is that my old setup was a 30 millimeter rise bar with a 0 millimeter rise stem. And this one is a 35 millimeter rise bar and a 5 millimeter rise stem. So I'm a total of 10 millimeters of what I'm used to. So I have to go to my local bike shop tomorrow and hopefully get some, you know, some individual spacers, so that way I can drop this down 10 millimeters and go back to my, you know, my preferred rise on this. So once I get my rise all set up, I'm going to go ahead and go to my local trail and just test them out and see if I can feel any difference. All right, guys, so we're out here testing out the bars today. I decided to come out here to Black Mountain with the homies. We're trying to keep our distance here. Right off the bat, I gotta say that I do feel like these are stiffer than the 31.8 Renthals that I have, but only in like on the sideways like this. So I can definitely confirm the fact that these are definitely stiffer, or feel stiffer. Feels a lot more snappy. And that's where we're climbing up. I got a chance to hit a little bit of chunky section, and I could definitely feel like it's more dampened. Hello.
Hi.
Right now I have no front insert, just the rear insert is a cush core. So I can say that it feels now like I have an insert in there, but the true test is going to be when we hit the downhill. I think we're going to hit the Black Widow, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Here we are. Whoa! Look at loose. Look at it. You good?
Yeah.
The stem is a lot shorter than my old one. I made a mistake and I thought it was a 35, my rental, and it was actually 40, and I went all the way short to 32. So my steering feels a lot different now. It's taking me a couple minutes to get used to this. Whoa, pedal! Ah, I took one. There we go. Fucking wrong lines, dog. Woo! Man down, man down, man down! Man down!
Yeah, I came in too hard here and hit this rock. Dude, if you hit that one over there, you can fuck.
Yeah. Excuse me, on the last one, okay? Okay, so that was pretty much my first initial ride with the bars. I did feel the stiffness side to side for sure. Like I said before in the video, it does feel a lot more cushion, you know, up and down. So one thing I forgot to mention is that these bars are not rounded like most of them. They're actually oval shaped, kind of like that. So it's kind of important that you try to line up the oval to where your arms are going to be kind of like pushing down on, so that way it could be the most cushion. I feel like if you have the bars too far forward, the bars won't flex like they're kind of designed to. So just be aware of that, to keep the oval shape kind of like the widest open spot towards you, or where your arms are going to be pushing down on, so that way it can, you know, flex a little bit better. So there's really not much I can say about these bars, but one thing I can say is that for $127, you're really getting a high quality product at an affordable price. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I will be adding the coupon code that I use for these bars to get them for 127 bucks. So just look in the description. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but other than that, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.